Hello, hello. So we are headed to the store, the feed store. I have to get, once a month I go to the feed store and get all the animal food that we need. So that's cat food, dog food, chickens, ducks, turkey, rabbit, and goats if we need it. We don't need any goat food this month, but I am going to get the cat food, dog food, cat litter. We have some rabbit food that I'm not sure if it will last, and so I am going to probably go ahead and get another bag of rabbit pellets. And then we do have some hay because I bought, there's some hay sitting right here that I bought in the middle of last month because I didn't buy enough, but then I bought too much. So there's probably about 7 bales left. I think we ended up only using about 13 for the month, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get 10 more today. Also, we have meat chickens coming, and I want to go ahead and get all the bags of feed that they'll need for the time that we'll have them. And so I calculated I already have 2 chick starter growers, and they eat that for the first 3 weeks of their life, and then they switch to a grower pellet. I forgot I had this in my pocket. I'm probably gonna go get 7 bags of the grower pellets for the meat chickens, so that way I won't have to go and buy any meat chicken food for the whole 8 weeks that we're going to have them. The reason why I'm getting it now at the end of January, even though we're not getting them until February, is because I will not have, I only go to the feed store once a month, and I want to keep it that way. And so putting that right here, we just moved the chicken. We just moved the chickens right here, and so I had that still inside my pocket. Okay, so like I was saying, I only go to the feed store once a month at the end of the month, and so I think we're going to be getting our meat chickens, our first order, in about 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not going to want to go to the feed store mid-month, and so I'm just going to go ahead and get everything that we need right now. So that's where I'm heading. My girls just finished setting this up for my garden, and I'm so happy about it. We'll finish talking about that when I get back from the feed store. Okay, we are back from the feed store, I would say round 1, because when I got there, they were still unloading their truck. I tried to get this food on, I think it was Saturday, and they didn't have dog food. They didn't have a lot of stuff because their delivery truck was late, and they said they were going to be getting it today. I just so happened to come, it is like at 1 o'clock, and so their truck was there at the same time, so a lot of the stuff wasn't off the truck yet. So I do have to go back, but it was fine because I also want to get the 10 bales of hay, and with the 10 bales of hay, with all the bags of feed that I need to get, it wouldn't have been able to fit, or I mean it would have, but it probably would have been super crowded, and so I said I would just come back for the rest of the bags that I need. Right now I picked up the chicken, duck, and turkey feed. So what I do for them is I kind of just mix 3 different bags of feed together, because I used to get it's called an all stock or all flock, where you have ducks, chicken, and turkeys, and you can feed them the same food, and you get that from Tractor Supply, but it's about $27 to $29. And then I did find a cheaper bag, but that was still about $23 a bag, and I need 7 to 8 bags a month to feed all of our chickens, turkey, and ducks. And so I decided to blend my own blend, and so it's a mix between grains, layer pellets, and game bird feed, which is what you specifically feed ducks and turkeys. So while my son unloads the chicken food, we basically use a tote and mix the 3 bags of feed together. Ducks need more vitamin B than chickens, and so for a while you could feed them regular layer pellets, but they would need more vitamin B, like I said, and so you could get them what is it called, yeast, brewer's yeast, and add it to layer pellets. So I did that for a while when I first got them. I have the cat food that I'm going to, I got these 50, they hold 50 pounds of food. They're for like cat and dog food. They have wheels, and so we have 1 of those containers in our dining room for our cats, which we have 3 inside cats and 2 outside cats. Then we have one in our room, which is a dog container, and then we have one in my son's room, which holds another 50-pound bag of dog food. So I'm gonna go get the other bags of dog food and fill those containers. I went ahead and picked us up one of these scoops. The kids have just been using cups and stuff, but I officially got us a scoop. So I'm going to sit that in here. This is the mix. It is layer pellets, like I said, grains, and game bird feed. This will be nice to have that. Then we have one for our rabbit feed and one for our goats when we're milking them. We do not have a barn right now, and so one of the challenges for storing animal feed has been where to store it. And so we've been putting it in our garage, but I would really like to get it out of our garage. So one of our things this spring, hopefully before the spring happens, we want to build an area that we can keep our feed in. We do have this barn that, or not barn, shed that we got sometime last year, that basically we took a lot of stuff out of our, what is it called, garage, and put it over here. But right now I told the girls to come over here and work on clearing it and organizing it. It's basically where we had our bikes and some tool, like shed type things. So it has like the PVC pipes that I used in my garden last year. We were storing some hay in here for a while. It has my light that I'm gonna need for the chickens. A lot of garden stuff in here, but I want to just be able, it has ladders up top, but I want to be able to get this organized so we could bring the food down. So we have a folding table up there, ladders, our bikes, lots of garden stuff that I want to move to. Hey, all this garden stuff y'all can move into the hoop house. And what? Yep. Well, no, y'all can leave the, I'm talking about like all of these containers, like these pots and stuff.
We were organizing it.
So it's kind of just like a mess in here right now. It also even has luggage and stuff that needs to go inside the house. It has broken containers, and so I'm actually going to get they're going to work on cleaning that out, and then we're going to move all of the animal feed and the hay stacked hopefully nicely into that area, especially because the goat barn, where the goats are, is right next to that area, and it would just be easier to have them all in the same spot. I'm laughing at this turkey that has, the turkey has something blue stuck on his foot, and so he's running around trying to get it off. Okay, before I head back out, I want to give them time, the feed store time, to unload that truck so that I can, oh my goodness, this is so nice. I want to give them time to unload the truck so that I can go back and get the rabbit pellets and the meat chicken. I was saying that I only need 7 bags, but I don't think that's true. I actually think I ended up buying 16 bags total last time we raised meat chickens. I don't actually remember, but I'm just gonna start off with getting probably 6 more, since I already have 2, and then if we need more next month, go ahead and get more, because I actually don't remember, and I can't find the note that I put how much bags we used, because I did keep a note so that I can know how much it was to raise the chickens, but I can't find that. So I'm just gonna start all over. These chairs, and well, it's a Bistro Set. I'm so excited about it. It comes with 2 chairs and a table, and I'm going to leave a link down in the description box if you are interested in a Bistro Set for your garden or patio or deck. This is so pretty. I'm gonna show you details when I get it inside. The girls put it together for me, so I'm sure I'm gonna have to tighten it, but the fact that it was easy enough for them to put it together without my help, and they did teamwork. They had to read instructions, they had to work together, all the things that it's like homeschooling. So anyway, let me turn you around and show you. It's so windy right now, but basically this is what it looks like. I was going between two different options. There was another one, this has little flowers. There was another one that had like roses, but it's so pretty. I was thinking that maybe I should spray paint it, but now that it's out, I think I'm gonna leave it white. And this this is just so beautiful. I'm so happy about this. In the summertime, I can come out and sit underneath my canopy and be in the shade, sit at my table and work if I wanted to. In the springtime, definitely come out here and work, and it's just so amazing. I don't know if I finished saying that, but I'm going to leave a link to where I got this from. It was from Costway, and I will have a 15% off of discount code off of anything, not just this bistro table, off of anything in their site. And yeah, this is, can you just imagine it? Us sitting here during the garden season. So far we are up to $183.99. that is no tax included, so basically $184, and that so far has gotten us our dog food, our cat food, our chicken, turkey, and duck food. Now, oh, and now we need to go get the hay and then the meat, bird, chicken feed, as well as the rabbit feed. Obviously, every month we don't get rabbit pellets. In the summer, we just fed them straight from the garden, but now the garden's not producing like that, so we are feeding pellets. And then every month we don't get we don't get goat, what's it called? Goat grain, because we only have one milking goat, or one goat in milk right at the moment. So rabbit food and goat grains we don't buy every month, but I think I bought them in December, and we still haven't opened those bags, and so we'll be good for goat grain for a few more months. And then this rabbit food should last us until the garden probably starts producing again, and then we can feed mostly from the garden. It just depends on how soon we get more rabbits. We only have one male rabbit right now, but I want to go ahead and get some female rabbits in order to breed them. So really the only things that we're buying every month is for the chickens, ducks, and turkey, the dogs, the cats, and hay for the goats, because obviously right now the grass isn't really growing like that. And then we have them all in one container. If we were free ranging the girls like we were in the summer, we didn't feed hay in the summer until it got to the fall, but right now we have them all in one area because we have that for breeding purposes. At the end of this month, we are going to be separating the girls because we have seen them get bred last month, but I am leaving them in there for 2 cycles just to see if they go back, any of them go back into heat, and if they do, they'll get bred this month. So we have about a week for them to stay inside of that container area with the boys, and then we'll separate them at the end, and then they'll stay separated, you know, until it's breeding season again next year. We're gonna load the hay onto there and then wheelbarrow it, and then he's gonna roll it over to the new area. The kids did an awesome job cleaning out the area while I was getting the food. So they already got the hay that was in the garage put in here. They kind of swept. So altogether, so far we spent $404 on animal feed. That is including our meat chicken feed for at least half of their lives. So I would say probably the 4 weeks out of 8, maybe even 6 weeks out of 8 weeks that until we process them. We are feeding our goats hay. Once the springtime comes and the grass starts growing again, we won't have to buy as much hay, probably not even any, because last year when we got them through the summer, we didn't feed hay at all. So that will cut out a big, probably about $200 of feed, because our bales of hay are about $10.50, even though I only bought 10 right this month, which is about $105. Usually last month I bought 20, so that was about $200 just in hay alone. So I look forward to the springtime coming and grass starting to grow, trees starting to get leaves back on them, and the goats being able to free range and get their grass that way. We do feed our chickens scraps from the kitchen, like eggshells and whatever food scraps that we are not using. Sometimes I do bury the food scraps, but most of the time I'm feeding it back to the chickens because it's full of eggshells, and we don't feed any like oyster or anything like that. And so I do feed our chickens from the garden, but we are still buying 6 to 8 bags of feed, and that is for, I think we have 12 ducks, 1 turkey, and about, I would say, 45 to 50 chickens. The reason why you want to feed your eggshells back to your chickens, not your ducks, is because they need calcium to produce eggs. And if you're not feeding oyster shells, which is what you would feed for calcium, you can feed them their eggshells, which has calcium. And so that's what we do. So we have everything in here. We do a mix for the goats to milk them. We have sunflower seeds, smart beets, alfalfa, and then a mixture of this goat sweet feed, and then an all stage feed, and we mix those all together and feed them during milking. We have our meat chicken feed here. We have our 3 mixtures for our layer chickens and ducks and turkey. All of our hay is stacked up here, and then these are our containers that we use to feed them out of. So I'm out of breath. That was a lot. So now we have all of that out of our garage. I'm so happy about it. I'm so glad that it fit in here. I don't know why we didn't do this sooner. But I'm glad to have it done now. Now we just need to clean out our garage and have our garage back to be utilized as a regular garage. So thank you guys for hanging out with me as we took many trips to the feed store and got everything that we needed for the month. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.